Three, two, and one. Oh, I can see my volumes down. Uno momento. Volume is now going up and up and up and up and bingo bango. Bingo and a bango. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is your time, it is always time to make this money. Joe, your camera's not on. Yeah. I look rough, guys. I look rough. Rough night. And no camera today. Today's going to be a pretty quick live stream. If you have questions, please let me know right now. Put in the chat. We'll get those questions answered for you. If you have any coins you want us to look at, definitely have that in the chat as well. This is going to be a very fast live stream, maybe even 15 minutes. We'll see. Depending on the questions, depending on the charts requested, depends on how fast this stream will be. Now, of course, I did reserve 1 hour free mentorship for you. But once again, if there's no questions, then this will be very fast. I would like to do for the complete hour. So once again, if you do have questions, make sure to put that in the chat. My name is Joe. This is Trade Intuition, where we show you how to successfully trade without all the complicated terms or pattern memorization. We show you how to trade even when your mentor doesn't have a camera. Even when he doesn't have a camera. All right, let's get on with the show. Right now, some coins are pumping. Some coins are doing some work. Now, of course, today, pretty much everywhere on the Twitter space, everybody's talking about XRP. XRP to the moon, to the moon. Right now we have all these coins around XRP. Get away, get away, get away. XRP right now has the spotlight. XRP has a spotlight with 16%. If y'all want to see XRP, we can do XRP as well. XRP is booming. And I guarantee it. I absolutely guarantee it. Tomorrow, you're going to see XRP down 12%, down 16%, maybe even down a little bit more, because that's what XRP loves to do. Whenever it pumps, it takes it all back. This, I can literally guarantee this. You might even want to look for a short on XRP. So once again, guys, whatever y'all want to do, we can do that today. Today is Saturday, July the 13th. July the 13th. Man, where did the year go? We're already towards the middle of July, past the middle of the year in 2024. It's getting closer and closer, guys. Closer and closer. Man, I can almost see, well, I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. We went through the bear market. We're in the bull market. Now, granted, earlier this year, we had 2 pumps already. Very nice gains. Right now, it's pretty difficult to trade because it goes up a little bit and then it goes down a little bit and go up a little bit and then down a little bit. That's what we call chop. Very difficult to trade chop. Whenever there is chop in the market, you do not want to set your targets at 40%, 60%, 80%. No, set it lower. Nothing wrong with 12%, 22%, 30%. Nothing wrong with that. Make sure to take your profit. All right, so let's go ahead and look at this. We do have XLM up over 14%. We have ICP up plus 12%. Now, ICP does have a very large market cap, but it's down so much. Do I think ICP will get back to all-time high? I mean, it's possible. Anything's possible in crypto. And ICP pretty much has everything in it. So this one definitely, you might want to put a little bag for ICP. But the only problem is there are so many newer tokens coming out and tokens that haven't even been released yet, where they can do a whole bunch of stuff. And of course, they don't have all the partnerships and everything else like that. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to go where the money's flowing. So if the money's flowing into a certain coin or a certain category, that's where we're going to be at. All right, so let's go ahead and get on with the show. Let's go ahead and take this off. Bye, Bubbles. Bye. First things up is a Bitcoin. What is Bitcoin doing? Bitcoin needs to remain above certain levels. And we do have a really tight zone right here. Here we have our resistance. Here we have our support when the price action was in this area. It did break out. Now this is our support. Came back down, broke through the support really easy. Came back, tried it again, this time making a lower high. This is on the 4-hour time frame, making a lower high. So it's losing its momentum. And so what I'm showing you here is pretty much how to identify the momentum. See the strength of any coin. This information I'm providing for Bitcoin, this applies to any coin. Then made a lower high. Then it came back down and then again made a lower high. So right now it looks very, very tempting at this moment that the price action could come up here to resistance, lose it, lose this support on this trend line, possibly come down here, bounce up, and then do this number. So one thing that I always do is I show you what pretty much when we're in the actual trade. not based off of my decisions, not based off of what I see, what already happened, but more so what could have happened at the moment. So here it was looking really weak, and this was our thought process. However, it broke out again out of 58.2, and now it's above it. We broke this resistance right here. So let me go ahead and zoom in just a little bit more so y'all can see this. So watch the crosshairs. Those are the dotted lines. So here we have our level that it needed to break, and it broke it. Barely though, barely broke it. And then the next one, same thing, barely. Right now, possible where it comes down here, loses this again, then breaks this one, loses this trend line, comes down, loses this. It's not looking strong. We'll just say like Bitcoin is not looking strong at all. We are in the weekend. Now, one question that I get asked a whole bunch is, Joe, when do you trade? When is the best time to trade? Is it during the stock market hours, the New York Open, the London Open? What is your time frame? When do you trade the most? And for me personally, it's whenever my alerts go off. Sometimes it's 2 in the afternoon, 2 in the morning, 11 at night, 11 in the morning. Like I trade when my alerts go off and the price action tells me, let's make this money. That's when I trade. Now, there are indicators. There are indicators that give you the breakdown of different time frames. So let's look at some of my indicators that I have. I know I'm kind of going all over the place, but that's quite all right. This is the weekend. Oh, and I have story time too, guys. Ooh, I got some. Oh, I'm sorry. I have some pillow talk. I've got some pillow talk. Pillow talk. Let's put some pillows in the chat. If you are a member of the show and a supporter of the show, you have these emojis. These emojis do help support the channel. For one, because you're a member. If you're not a member, please consider becoming a member. That way you can also participate with these fun little emojis. But if not, just go ahead and type in pillow talk, pillow talk. I do have some pillow talk. Ooh, it's juicy, guys. It is juicy. Love it. All right, moving on. So you can actually type in here pretty much anything that you want to see. You can type in here New York session, stock hours, whatever you want to type. But let's go through some of, well, I want to show you. So here we go. And all these that I have starred, these are my favorites. So at one point, I used to use these indicators. We do have, let's see here, let's go here. And you can also, and this right here is the editor's pick. Whenever it has the EP, this is editor's pick. So you might want to click on this, see what it does, and see if potentially this could help you with your thought process, either entering, exiting, or just kind of seeing what might happen with the coin. So we do, of course, have the Bollinger Bands. This is pretty popular amongst some traders. And here we go. We have daily, weekly, monthly, yearly opens. So if we were to click on this, you give it a few moments, you'll see the indicators come up, but we'll go to a higher time frame so we can see that. So I did click this. There's also divergence. Now, I strongly recommend you learn how to identify divergence, but this also helps. So we do have version 3 or version 4. I'm not sure what the difference is between the versions, but I think when I used to use this, I used to only use version 3. But once again, this does help out with identifying divergence. Now, the problem with divergence is, well, divergence could move up just a little bit, or it can move up a whole bunch, regardless of time frame. So very important to understand that. We have a bunch of indicators where I was actually looking for divergence, whether it's on the RSI or what have you. But this one, for many indicators, like if you were to click on this, let's just click on it. 3, 2, and a bingo bango. And then we just wait. All right. So we'll see what all that stuff is. Here's a nice one. The economic calendar events, FOMC, CPI. So let's click on this one as well. And of course, we have the Elliott wave theory. Now, I personally don't trade the Elliott waves, but maybe this is something that you started looking at or possibly researching, or you're seeing some of your favorite YouTubers talk about the Elliott waves. Well, here's an indicator, and this is from LuxAlgo. Now, LuxAlgo is an absolute beast when it comes to indicators. So what you could also do, search right here, LuxAlgo, and just go and click on each one of them and see what it does. Now, of course, depending on the subscription you have for TradingView, depends on how many indicators you can have at one moment. All right. So let's go here. We do have the Ikumuku cloud. Very nice. Now this one I used to use it because this is the only indicator, to my knowledge, where it could potentially predict the future. When I heard about this, oh man, I did so much research, watched so many videos, because I was gonna beat the system. I would enter trades, and this was mainly for leverage. And of course I lost, and I got liquidated, and liquidated again, and I lost some more. So I don't use this. Now, if you find this to be useful to help you out in your trading system, well, great. Whatever works for you works, and keep on using it until it doesn't work. That's always my theory. We do have, indicators for, longs and shorts, basically opens and closes. Let's see here, going down the list. This right here, this is what I wanted to show you. Market sessions, including extended hours. So we're going to click on this one. And then let's go ahead and click on this one as well. I think this is the one that I used to like the most. Then, of course, you have moon cycles. Now, these people, billionaires, they have so much money that they invest in, astrologists and people with, that little ball that can see the future, and they got the tarot card readings and everything else. Well, they trade, some of them trade based off of the moon system. Now, when I first heard about this, same thing, I put in hours and hours and hours of research, and it really didn't help. To me, it didn't, because there were some new moon cycles that you would see a pump in Bitcoin. And then there were some new moon cycles that you would see sideways action. And then there was even some new moon cycles where the price would come down. So this really didn't help me, because it's telling me it could either go up, sideways, or down. So give you a heads up on that. But I mean, they have indicators. They have indicators on everything. We do have LuxAlgo, moon phase strategies. Then, of course, you have other ones here. Open interest. Now, for open interest, I kind of simplify this as people are interested in the coin. So if you see open interest, and let's go and click on this one. If you see open interest coming up and the price action not coming up yet, I used to enter trades. So I was front running the trades, because to me, again, the way I simplify it, open interest means people who are, there's hype about the coin, there's interest about the coin, there's more volume possibly going to be coming in. So I started front running this, and sometimes it would work and sometimes it wouldn't. So I don't use this anymore. And see here, we do have the pi cycle, Bitcoin top indicator. People do talk about the pi cycle. So I had this one. To me, it didn't help though. Of course, you have your relative strength index, and you have a whole bunch of others. So right now, once again, I'm just kind of showing you what I used to use. Now, currently right now, I don't believe I used this one a long time ago. Now, for Traders Reality, I used to watch him about 3 years ago, and I just stopped. I just stopped watching him. But right now, I'm actually using his principles to add to my skill set. And now that I could pretty much identify a whole bunch of stuff, this right here, I believe, is increasing my success rate. And I'm still back testing this, still watching videos on it. And once, you know, I have several hours under my belt, good 40, 50 hours of actual trading, then of course I'll be, you know, giving you my thought process on this. But right now it's doing well. All right, then we have the volume. The visible range of volume profile. This is where you hear about the low volume node, but we can see it. We can see when it pumps. We can see when it dumps. But a lot of people like using the visible range volume profile and also the fixed range volume profile. Now, I prefer the fixed range because in the visible, let's go ahead and click on this, and we'll show you that in just a minute. And then, of course, here are some others. So let's go ahead and take this off. Now, for the visible range, it's just that. It's whatever you see on the chart, depends on what's displayed here. So if we were to shrink this up a little bit, move this around a little bit, kind of do this number in a few seconds, you see that it readjusts. See how it's readjusting? It's based off of what we see. So this is the visible range. Now, I don't like this because anytime I were to move this, it would give me different areas of the POC, point of control. So I didn't like that. I wanted to know, you know, where is the POC? Where is the point of control? So this is why if I'm going to use anything, it's going to be this one down here, which is the fixed range volume profile. And you click on this, and it's whatever range you're looking at. So let's say I want to see from this movement, all I would do is click, you know, the beginning of the movement to the end of the movement, give it a few moments, and then it will show up. But since I have a bunch of junk here, you probably can't see it right now. Okay. So look at all this stuff. Man, I look so smart. I look so smart. Okay, so the first one is the market sessions. So let's go ahead and click on this. The eyeball, it reveals and hides. Now, if you go over here to the settings, you can see what it's doing, what it's showing you. So of course, you know, you have the POC on this as well. And so this does have a volume profile in this. So definitely click on different indicators if you like, and just kind of test them out, see what they do. So let's go ahead and click off of this. Let's delete this one. For this one, if we go to the settings, you can see here, there's a bunch of different settings depending on, you know, what you're looking for. Here we have the session for the EU, for the US, and the times. So that, to me, this was pretty cool. Once again, for the Asia market, you can see pretty much where more volume is coming in. You know, is there more price action during certain sessions? For example, the Asia market waking up, you know, and so you can actually use this to possibly help you. Now, for me personally, as I mentioned earlier, I just see where the alerts go off. When the alerts go off, that's when I trade. Like I don't trade on certain sessions, but if you're using this, if you're trying to go to certain, you know, New York Open or what have you, then this would be a nice one for you to do. So let's go and click off of that. Here we do have the economic calendar. You can see it up here, kind of. Oh, let's go and take off our junk. For this, where is my volume profile? I don't see it. Oh, right here, first one. So hide this, you can see it. So let's go ahead and delete this. We don't need to look so smart. So let's, you can see these different indicators. Depends on the different stuff that's showing. So let's go ahead and hide this. So if you're not familiar with what is what, just hide it to see what it's showing you. So here you can see that these are and this is especially important. I would recommend doing the daily, and then just kind of doing this number, so you can see what is what. All right, so this is pretty cool. Let's go ahead and take this one off. We have the divergence one, divergence for many indicators, volume 3. Now here, this one shows you, see that, the divergence. And then when you go into the settings, it's right here. This is for the RSI, the MACD, histogram. You can have it for the just the MACD, the stochastics. You can have it for all this stuff here. money flow index. You can have it for all this stuff. For me, for my particular settings for this indicator, I just have the MACD histogram because this is what I like, and the RSI. So this is an easy way to visibly see your divergence really fast. So here's one. See here, this one, let's go to the settings. You can see here we have the openings of the daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, and if you don't want all of these, you can just take off some of them. Same thing, current opens. And if you come over here to the hide, you can see that it shows you right here. You know, you have Monday high, Monday low. So it's a real nice and fast and easy way to see pretty much what has already happened, where are the highs, where are the lows, and possibly if it's trading in a range. So I used to use that, but now I just use my eyeballs. I was like, oh, look, it's in a range. The next one is, what's this one? Oh yeah. So this one has for the, this LuxAlgo. This is the one I like. This is on the paid one. If you don't have LuxAlgo and you really want this is the paid version. I absolutely love it. And I don't like indicators, as y'all know, but I do like this one because it shows you the order blocks. It shows you the fair value gaps. It shows you a bunch of information that the free ones from LuxAlgo doesn't provide information. So this right here, I like it. And I just have certain things clicked on this. I don't have everything. There's so many settings on this. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. All right. So let's go and get rid of this. And this is what I was talking about right here. So this is what I'm studying, and I'm liking what I see. I really am. All right, moving on. So this was Bitcoin in a nutshell. Oh yeah. So this right here. So when this starts coming up, see how it's starting to come up right here, and Bitcoin is going down. So this is telling me that it's possible because of the open interest. People are in the way I think about it, people are interested in the coin, that the Bitcoin or whatever coin you're looking at should go up. Now, there have been plenty of times where this has you just straight up, and the coin I was looking at was just either going sideways or possibly down. I'd enter the coin and the coin will continue going down. And then eventually it would turn. So I don't use this one anymore. There we go. All right, and that is that. So let's go ahead and continue with the show. Arrow's looking good. Arrow is looking good. Remember to set your alert, guys, 0.65420. And looks like this one's almost ready. Almost ready. And this one, hopefully, potentially, will give us some really nice gains. You know, we do have a small zone right up in this area. And then once it breaks this level, moon mission, but by the time it gets there, you're looking at some really nice gains. All right, moving on. Let's see here. We do have a question. I believe it was for gold. Let us check it out. And definitely, guys, smash the like if you haven't already. That does help support the channel. So the first one up is this one. So let's go ahead and do, let's see here, XAU USD. And make sure it's on all, not crypto. And then we wait. I don't know, maybe it's because I have so many tabs open that it takes a while. So we would do Forex, and this is gold. Oh, let's go to YouTube. Resave it, no, reload, okay. Well, let's try this again. So it's XAU USD, and we're gonna do Forex. Because, well, we have our stuff that we've already done. So for this, we had mentioned some time ago to set your alert right here. Set your alert at this number. The 4-hour candle must close above this level, 23.35. And then sure enough, here's where we would have entered based off of that information, and then you would be up. Then we were asked about this coin again, or this stock again. Once it was right here, and I said, no, don't enter right now because we're right at resistance. More than likely, if it does come up, it could come down and then possibly lose its strength, and then maybe I'll come all the way down here to find support before it starts going up. Now here it did drop. It did drop as we thought it might. Not. I hate it when people say, look guys, I told you, just as expected. It's probability that it might come down, and sure enough, it did come down. And then look, man, really nice, huge pump. And now we're above this level. So it's just level by level. That's all it is. And here at this point, we would have had our alert right here. So orange is always the alert. So we would have our alert right here, 4-hour candle close above this level, right here, 23.92. We enter the trade. And then we just, trade it, hold it, whatever you want to do. So right now, looking at this, what do we see? What do we see? Let's go ahead and delete all this stuff. So right now we are looking at the daily. Make sure our magnet tool is on and move this lower. There we go. There's one level. Here is another level. And what I'm doing is the area where I have more touches is where I'm going to set these levels. And man, that thing is really bothering me where it shows up. And then of course a midline. So I like a range high, range low, and a mid range. Get out of here. So this is what I'm looking at. And again, candle body closes, candle wicks. The more touches you have, the better it should be. We do have the golden cross. Nope, not the golden cross. This is the 30-minute or the 30-day. Rather, the SMA 30. That's what I'm trying to think of. Here we do have our 200 in yellow. We have the red, which is our 50. We have this kind of orange color is our 30. And of course, our white is our 9. So we do have the 30 crossing above the 50. And all this is doing is showing us the momentum. So pretty soon, hopefully in the next couple of days, we're going to have the 9, then the 30, then the 50 in sequential order from least to greatest. And that's just showing that it's the price action is really strong in the momentum going up. It can always change. And these are not magnets, very important. All this does is show you the momentum. All right. Right now we are at resistance. Do we enter? No. Why not? Well, we just said it. You're at resistance. You want to wait. You want to wait. Manuel, I just read your comment. I'm gonna get to your comment and also the other comments in just a moment. So what we do is wait because the price action could come down, bounce off of this support, and then potentially come up. This is our really nice trading range. What is the range percentage? So only about 6%. This is under 6% for this trading range. But since this is since this is a stock, 5% is really good. 5% is not too shabby for stocks. For crypto, you might want to throw some leverage on it. Responsible leverage, of course. So same thing here. What we're going to do is set our alert. So we're going to set the alert above this wick. I'm not going to do this. We'll just do it above this one. Because this difference is like less than, what, 0.5%? So from the top of this candle wick to this wick. So we're looking at just over 0.5% that we set it above. So we'll set it above this wick. Now let's go ahead and put this over here. Just so we can kind of see it a little bit better. And what I would recommend is, of course, setting your alert. So let me go ahead and get this coordinates. And let's go over here to this. Let's go set alert. And then let's make sure the coordinates match up. And then if you wanted to, you can actually put an alarm on this or an alert on this. So just because it has the word set alert, that doesn't mean that the alert's set. You have to make sure you click on it and then do this to add the alert. Once you click on this, then of course you can, type whatever you want. I'm not sure why it's not coming up. Click it. Nope. Click it. Well, there we go. And then you can put the alert name. I normally just put, whatever I'm thinking at the moment, and then a question mark. So it's always a question. It's never a statement, as far as entry goes. So that's what I'll do. This is your next level for your alert. Once the alert goes off, you have to have the 4-hour candle close above 24.26. If it does, great, you enter. Again, not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes. Now, if it breaks below this level, do we enter? No, because it could continue coming down and possibly bouncing here. And then once you see it bounce, now again, this is on the 4-hour time frame. Once you see it bouncing several candles, 3, maybe 4 candles, and remaining above this level, then you can enter. But you don't want to see it come down here and then you have one candle, which is only 4 hours on the 4-hour time frame. We're looking at the daily, but you only have one 4-hour candle that closed above this. It's very high risk because it could continue coming down. But if you have 3 or 4 that are not breaking below this level, this is showing strength. And then we entered. All right. Very good. Very good. So that is our thought process on that one. Okay. Going down the list. Let's see here. We got a bunch of people in here. I appreciate you guys for being here. We do have the man, the myth, the legend. We have Road Dog in the house. What is up, Road Dog? Road Dog. He's actually been doing some streams a little bit earlier, guys. So make sure that you have that notification bell on. So when YouTube decides to play nice, we can see when the streams are scheduled for. Lately, he's been doing it at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So definitely check him out. A lot of alpha on that channel. Lots of alpha. All right. Let's see here. Disclosure Crypto says, I need more. React to TradeIntuition and Dog. Yes, indeed. All right. So Jono says, Joe, can we look at Kava? Yes, definitely. Kava, USDT. Let's put this to crypto. Let's go to crypto and let's do MEXC. Okay. We were looking at Kava, and when it was coming down here, this was very risky because it was just coming down, and then of course it just kept on coming down. This is why we want to wait for bounce. We want to wait for several candles to go sideways and then potentially upward. But let's go ahead and delete all this mumbo jumbo and let's zoom out. What do we see? First, I see too much information on my chart. I like my charts nice and clean. All right, so we do have a pivot right here. We have another pivot right here, another pivot right here. This is a really nice one because there's a lot of bounce right here. So let's go ahead and put this on, even though it's way up there. Let's see here. Snap in place. And then if you have problems snapping them in place, you can always make the chart a little bit larger. Let's see here. I prefer candle body closes, but these wicks actually do a little bit more justice because we have a close right here, right on the money, and then one slightly above this level. So this is a really strong level to do. And this is actually a zone. So whenever we have zones, that's when we have one pivot or where the price changes direction, pretty close to each other. So we have one here and one here. I'm not sure what the range is, so let's see what the range is from here to here. About 10%. Okay, I like it. Nice little range. So let's go from here to here. And this, because the price action is underneath this is going to be our resistance / liquidity zone. There we go. And let's do our level here as well. So you can see the price action came down here, started going sideways, started looking good, and then came up. Nope. Just plain went down. And now it's finding really nice support here. Now, some people may see this as a bull pennant. Price came down. Then you have this and this. I'm sorry, a bear pennant. And the bear pennants usually break to the downside. However, this one's breaking up. This one's breaking up. For whatever reason, it is going to the moon. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame. Just so we can see more price action. Here we can see this was a level, and this is how we trade, guys. This is exactly how we trade. We have our level of resistance right here. It came up and it stopped. Candle body. Came down, came up again, perfectly stopped with the wick. Came down again, started gradually going up and stopped once again. I absolutely love support resistance because this really does make it super easy to trade. Not once did we look at volume or the MACD or the RSI or the low volume nodes or we didn't look at any of that stuff. Right now, we are just concentrating on the price action. 4-hour candle closed above this level of resistance, and it started a new candle almost 4 hours ago. So for this one, now this is when it comes to get kind of tricky, because right now it's not a great time to trade. Some coins are doing really nice and some coins aren't. Some coins are giving you profit and then right away taking it back. For example, XRP. XRP is known to do this. So if you do enter this trade, just know that it's very high risk just due to the market. Like, this is a great setup. It's the market that we have to be aware of. So right now, for me personally, well, right now would be a nice time to enter. For me personally, would I enter this trade knowing how the market is? Yeah, sure, why not? I'd enter the trade. So for here, we do a blue because blue is our entry. And let's see what the price range is down. Yeah, crypto 420, I got you. Okay, for this one, I mean, we could go as low as 12%. But you know what? Just because of the market, I want to save as much percentage possible. So I would do underneath these wicks. Here's where I would set my stop loss. So we're going to do Alt J. And we're going to make sure that our template says a stop loss. And then as far as our target goes, we want to go underneath resistance. So from here to possibly right here. So just over a 2-to-1 reward to risk. And then here, of course, we'll do our target. Anything else we can see on this? Not really. Okay, so continuation with our thought process. We enter right now. More than likely, price may come up a little bit more to this area right here. May come up to here. Possibly give us a retrace. Now that this was resistance, since the price's action's above it, this becomes support. So of course, our first entry, the circles represent entries. And very important, guys, this is not financial advice. Never take financial advice from a guy on the internet, especially one that doesn't have his camera. Whoa, Joe, what happened? Well, I look rough, guys. I look rough. I'm trying to set this to front. Oh, visual order. Set to front. And now let's clone this. I'm having a bad hair day, guys. Bad hair day. No, I'm just tired, guys. I'm just really tired. Oh my gosh. Crypto candy. Oh, I love you guys. You guys are funny. All right, moving on. Getting back to business, guys. Getting back to business. We got Day P with the bingos and the bangos. The bingos and the bangos. So for here, for Kava, you know, we could enter right now, knowing that we may have a slight retrace after a little bit more of a pump. And then once it breaks this current level, just how we did right here, once it breaks its current level of the most recent high, not created yet, but once it breaks that level, 4-hour candle closes, then of course we add to our entry. We add to our entry. We do have our stop loss and take profit right here. So let's go and put this one for red. Red means a stop. Stop. Let's go ahead and do where it's perfect. Let's go to this one and let's go to green, target. And let's go and do one down. There we go. So there you go. That is your setup. That is your setup for Kava. This is on the 4-hour time frame. Right now, what you want to do is you might want to enter right now. This would be a nice entry. This is not financial advice. More than likely, it's going to pull up just a little bit to our area of resistance, possibly pull back. Once it breaks the newly created pivot, 4-hour candle must close above that level. Then you add to your entry with the stop loss at 0.3709, your target at 0.4674. Awesome. Not financial advice. All right. Let's go. And let's see here. Sam says, a TradeIntuition's favorite coin is Casta for sure. Nope. My favorite coin is... Do I have a favorite coin? I don't think so. I used to. I used to marry the coins. Of course, we did this one already. And let's see here. So Jono says, Kava 4-hour candle currently breaking above resistance. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, so Manuel says, I mean, XRP is moving, so might as well give us your take on your favorite coin. Manuel, you're banned. No, just play. Just a joking. Just a joshing and a joking. Let's go to YouTube and let us look at XRP. It's a tricky one because if there is news based off of the lawsuit, it will pump. Yep. But if you're right on the short, but if not, right on the short. Okay, so let's go and look at XRP USDT. Let's go to MEXC. Whoa. Wowzers. Wowzers. So XRP has done more than 2%. More than 2%. Let us look to see. It's right at resistance. Like literally right at resistance. So here's our zone. I love these zones. So let's go ahead and let's first mark them off. So here we do have this level of resistance. We have this level of support. And here you can see it's actually creating a really nice trading zone. What is the price range save between each zone? Is roughly around 16%. So this is a really nice tight zone. So you might get 6, maybe 8%, you know, because you're not going to get the very bottom and you're not going to get the very top, you know. So as it's, you know, coming down, maybe it breaks this level, you enter the trade, 4-hour time frame, and then you sell it about here. So you're getting like a 4% ish, probably. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame. We can see that, you know, if you're trading based off of the way we trade, this is your pivot area. So it would have to break this level, and it tried to. So let's go ahead and do it right here. So you can see right here, it tried to, it broke through. More than likely you would wait for this one, but you have resistance right here. So me personally, I would not have entered, I would have waited. And then 4-hour handle closed here. Then of course I would enter here. If I knew this was not XRP, this is where I would enter. But because I know this is XRP, this is where I would laugh at you if you entered. Just plain. All right. So for this one, it's, I mean, I'm not going to lie. It looks good. Would I enter right now? No, definitely not. Why? For one, it's XRP. For two, look at this nice run up already. Like you don't want to see this. Whenever there's any kind of price action or movement, you want to see this. Slow and gradual. That's what you want to see. You don't want to see this. Because the higher and the faster it goes, the faster it's going to go like this. This right here is what I like. So let's go ahead and look at this. Right now it's at resistance, but just pretty much like Manuel said, you know, if there is news, and I haven't checked, but if there is news on XRP, this could continue going. It really could. It can continue going, giving you, let's just say, maybe 30%. But if there isn't news, well then it's going to be a really, really nice area for a short, in my opinion. From here to about here, about 11%. Put a 3x on that bad boy, and you're making some really nice gains on the short. But that's my thought process on this one. So again, would I enter right now? No, because it's under resistance. I would have to wait. 4-hour candle close above here. But like I said, I guarantee it. I absolutely guarantee it that this one will come down. Even if it does close up here, starts going sideways, like I guarantee it, it will go down. XRP, what it likes to do is it likes to pump and then take back its money. Pump, take back its money. Pump, take back its money. Pump, take back its money. XRP is known for this. And man, I do not like XRP at all. All right, moving on. I see Crypto 420 says, Joe, can you do this one for us? Yeah, definitely. So let's do OXDEX. Maybe did I type it in? I typed it in wrong. XODEX. MEXC. Let's see here. Oh, but to go back to the XRP, Manu says, I love how you hate XRP and can put that aside to give us your opinion based purely on the chart. The point is to make money. Yes. I mean, there's coins that I get in where it's like, man, I don't like it at all, but can I make this money? Yeah, sure. So let's just make this money. I appreciate the charts over coin bias. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So let's go ahead and look at this coin now. 4-hour time frame. Okay, I can tell this is a very small market cap just due to the candle sizes and just the shape of it overall. Let's go to now. There are some that I have personally entered that look like this. I don't like it. I don't like how it looks, but because I've done research and everything else, I enter the coin and I enter a little bit at a time. $50, $100, whatever it is. Not only dollar cost averaging, but I'm not going to move the coin if I put in $1,000 or $2,000. So just give you a heads up. Crypto 420 says very small. Yes. And you can just kind of see it through all these wicks and the size of the candle bodies. And then somebody did not know how to read the order books or understand about liquidity or volume, and they bought, $1,000 all at once, maybe 5,000, and it pumped some more, and all these people are freaking out. Oh my gosh, I've been holding this coin forever, for absolutely decades. Well, not decades, but you know what I mean. And they have sell orders. They see it pumping up, 100, 200, 400%, and they're selling. And then what happens is comes all the way down. Then more newbies say, whoa, this coin is going to the moon. And they buy $500 worth, $1,000 worth without understanding how the order books work. And a bingo and a bango. Pumps again. And everybody down here is like, oh my gosh, let me just sell it. And then they sell. Let's see here. Would I enter this trade right now? Let me think about that. Well, for one, I don't like the way it is. I don't like this, but just based off of this information right here, let's see here. If I were to do a fib, which I'm going to have to, I personally will not include this because it's just a scam wick and then came down. So I'll include this, but even with the fib retracement, it makes it very difficult to use these levels because it's, how do I put this? It's very volatile. Like it can move like very fast and not respect these levels at all. Just for giggles. Just for giggles sake. Well, Joe, don't you look dumb now? All right, so I snapped it to this one and you can see that the actual lines up much better. All right, fine, I'll use that. So right now it's underneath the golden pocket. For me personally, what's the price range difference? Is it 30%? Is it 2%? Price range tool from the current price to the top is 30%. I was gonna say wait for the break of this. Everything about entering. Let's go 4-hour time frame. Let's see more ups and downs. We do have this really nice cup forming. Possible. We have a low, possible higher low. This right here, this level looks really good to buy once it breaks above this. This is kind of difficult to enter this trade, for one, due to the market cap. For two, due to the recent pump. I hope it doesn't dump because of the recent pump. Trying to think, if we were to at least wait until it breaks this level, then we could enter. So let's go ahead and set an alert right here, right above this wick. 4-hour candle must close above this level right here. Let's put our magnitude on so it snaps in place. 0.0060312. If I skip to 0, well, you can see it right there. So the 4-hour candle must close above that in order for you to possibly think about entering this coin. And when you do not enter a whole bunch of money all at once, because you will pump the coin. All right. So that's what I would do. A 4-hour candle must close above this. Okay. So we did that one as well. Going down the chat. Sam, I just saw this. Oh, you can't see it. Let's see here. Sam, I'm going to do a screenshot. This is a very, very, very true. Sam says XRP equals up, down, up, down, up, down. I love it. I love it. You guys are funny. All right. Let's see here. Crypto Candy says, I think it might be a Gary. Do I even have Gary up here? Let's go over here. Do I have Gary? Do we have a Gary? Is there a Gary in the house? We sure do. We sure do. We got Gary in the house. And of course, and it's funny too, because I tell people all the time, the ones that request this, I said, this coin is trash. I did a deep dive on it. It's trash. And they still ask about it. From time to time, they still ask about it. But Joe, it's pumping. Let's talk about it. No. The coin itself is trash. And I even told the dude, because y'all know I don't like XRP. I said, man, as much as I don't like XRP, I would recommend buying XRP over Gary. Your coin is not coming back, and if it does come back, good luck. Gary's trash. Big time. See, Crypto Kenny says, crypto OBN. Oh, crypto on the rocks. Got him last night. Oh, yeah. So let's do story time. Pillow talk. Let's do some pillows in the chat. We're gonna do some. Yeah, that Crypto on the Rocks. It's a pretty cool show. It's pretty cool just being on there, talking, having a beverage or two. But that's a nice stretch. Last night. Oh my gosh. All right. So there's only certain things that I can say, or that I really want to say. But my phone was snatched from my hand by a female who does not like me, because story time. You ready for this? Because there was one time about a month and a half ago where I said a joke in a joking fashion where, of course, we're all outside, she's talking to me or whatever. Her husband comes out. Her husband, he knows me, but I don't know him, or rather he's heard about me as far as crypto. So we start talking about crypto. We start talking about stuff or whatever. And she is really wanting to talk to me. And so she's asking me questions, and just literally like a kid that you're not paying attention to, one of those. So talking to her husband, and then 2 or 3 other guys, they were around me, and we're kind of talking, and she just asking a question, and I'm not answering her. I'm talking to her husband, and I turned to her and I looked at her. I said, "Woman, men are talking." Ooh, you would think I took all her kids and whatever. She looked at me and I literally saw the blood rush out of her head and her body and go down to her toes. She was so mad. So of course, you know, the other females heard that were outside, and all of them, Joe, you're a pig. And I said, it's a joke. It's a joke. I said, you know, it's funny. No, Joe, you're a male chauvinist pig. And I said, whoa, guys, it's a joke. Like, you don't even know the whole setup. Like, it's funny. No. Anyway, so everybody hates me. All the females there hate me. I don't care. But anyway, the one of the owner's daughter, she really doesn't like me because of that statement. And so anyway, I had my phone out and she snatched the phone from my hands and she threw it about 30 feet, maybe 40 feet, where all the gravel's at. And so I have no phone. I have no phone. Now, granted, I did call the cops and I did have her, and it's funny too, because the cops are like, well, she's offering to replace the phone, or do you want to press charges? I said, that's why I'm talking to you. I said, I want to press charges. Man, get out of here. She broke my phone. So my screen's all cracked. And my alarm went off on my phone, but there's no way I can click it or do anything. But I do need to buy another phone. Like, I already need to buy another. But what the worst part is, like, how do I access my crypto? Ooh, how do I access my crypto? Well, good thing I literally have like 3 or 4 other phones that have my Google authentication code thing on all those other phones. So I'm able to still access my crypto. But that just kind of like makes you think about it. Like, do you have only one phone? And if so, what happens if your phone goes in the toilet or goes, you know, in the lake or goes missing? Like, do you have access to get your crypto? Is there like another way? Have you written down your Google password or that one key, you know, how it gives you like a security key? Do you have that written down somewhere? Do you have multiple phones with your Google authentication code where it automatically generates? So all this is really, really important, because the first thing that popped in my head, not, oh crap, my phone's broken. First thing that popped in my head is like, my crypto. Holy crap, my crypto. But then it's like, oh, wait a minute. I have three or 4 other phones that have it on there. I'm okay. So I just got another phone. Anyway, so that is my story time for what happened last night. Pretty crazy. Let's see here. Oh, and we're over our time too. We are over our time. Let's see here. Let's see. Disclosure Crypto says, want to look at dog? Is that a crypto? Where is the thing? Is there a DLG? I don't know if there's a DLG. I guess so. Gate.io. Gate.io is not looking good. It is at support though. Okay. So let's go to the daily time frame. So we have a reduced ups and downs. And we don't really have, I guess we can use this area. We have to go to the 4 hour. So where do we have more closes? Right here's good. We have more closes there, closes here. It's kind of just titter-tattering right here, just kind of like wishy-washy. So for me personally, I would, because I'm pretty sure this one's going to be like 12%. Let's see, 10%. Because initially I wanted to set it up here, but this is going to be like 36% or so, 20%. So I don't want to miss out on 20%. So what I'll do is I will set this as my alert area, set alert. And then this is where we want to set our alert. And now the candle must close above our main level of support resistance. 4-hour candle must close above 0.004356. If it does, then we enter. But the alert must go off. Let's see here. But this one right now, it doesn't look good. You know, this high is lower, this high is lower, this high is lower, this high is about the same, creating a double top. This is our neckline or area of support or slash pivot. It broke through that and it came all the way down here. And now it's just like really, really, really weak. So this alert needs to go off. Candle must close above here for us to enter. And then once we do enter, then of course we would actually add to our entry once it crosses this level right here. Once it crosses this level, then we can add to the entry. All right, moving on. But yeah, guys, I'm without a phone. I'm without a phone. Oh yeah, so because I called the cops on her and pressed charges on her, I am banned from the... So there's only 2 watering holes here in this very small town. And now I am banned from one of them because that is the owner's daughter. And I told the cop, I said, hey man, like, is that even, like, can they even do that? Because like, that's like discrimination just because she doesn't like what I said, or maybe the color of my skin, or maybe the accent or whatever. Like they can do that. And they said, it's like, Joe, you know, it's a private establishment. They have the right to refuse anybody. I said, well, that's not cool. You know, what if they don't like the color of my skin? They can say, well, Joe, it's, you know, it's private. And I said, okay, that's fine. So, yep. Let's see here. Crypto Kenny says, I have the authentication on my iPad. Nice. Crypto 420 says, I have 2 phones, buddy. Yeah, I have 2 that are right next to me. So I had 3. So yes, having multiple phones is good. Now, another thing for security as well, it's good not to have your stuff on the phone that you go out with, because you can get SIM swapped, you can get your phone stolen, and then let's say you have everything on your phone. Now they have access to everything. So, plus I was already needing a new phone. And man, I'm so glad I didn't buy a phone and then she did that to that phone. See, Road Dog says, my Samsung can show display on my computer. Yeah, I want to do that. That might be helpful in such a situation. Yeah, you know what? I've always wanted to do that to pair them. I never have though. No, wait, I've done it one time. That was pretty cool because then I can type on the computer and it actually send the message. So that was pretty cool. All right, Sam. Sam says MSTR stock. Okay. And then that's going to be the last one because we are over our time, which is pretty cool. Or I meant to say good and cool at the same time. Joe, you're slurring. I think it's pretty cool that, because I thought it was going to be like a 5-minute show. Oh, wait. You said this is a stock. MSTR. MSTR. Let's go to stocks. NASDAQ. All right. So this is MicroStrategy. Let's go to the daily time frame. And nice bounce. Really nice bounce. It broke this level and it's currently right here. So hopefully y'all can see all that stuff. This was a pivot. Came up. So let's go ahead and put our stuff here. Let's go to let's go and do another level. Let's go into our 4-hour time frame and we can see more ups and downs, more price action. Came up here, did a nice little bowl and broke out. So right now would be a good time to enter. Yes, no, maybe so. I say a yes. But Joe, we have a high, a lower high, a lower high, lower high. This could possibly be a lower high. Why would you enter right now? Why would you enter? Well, it broke this resistance. It broke this resistance. Yes, we do have the possibility of this happening, but we also have the possibility of this, and always look at my crosshairs. This happening. Bingo, and you guessed it, a bingo and a bango. Bingo and a bango. So of course, you know, once it crosses this level, you can add to your entry, and you enter here as well. That is my thought process on this one. This is MicroStrategy on the stock market, the NASDAQ. All right, Crypto420 says, Joe, come back to San Antonio, where the women aren't as crazy. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Dave P says, that's not cool, Joe. Them banning you. Yeah, it's not cool. Not cool at all. And she actually has threatened me before banning me because of, you know, my little comments or my jokes. But it is what it is. Oh, and okay, I'll show you one more story. Joe, how come you're not doing pillow talk? Because I don't have my camera on. Road Dog says there's gonna be a 10-to-1 split, stock split coming. Ooh, nice. But it was funny when I went to that watering hole that I got banned from, and I go to where you can order some of that special water, and all three of the ones who serve the water, they looked at me and with disgust, like they must have like had a planned meeting prior to me going there. I don't even know, but all three of them just looked at me and just kind of look, and they literally were not taking my order. Literally, like I literally felt like I was invisible. And you know, I'm in there, everybody's saying hi to me and everything, you know, good time. And then I go to one of the females that I know and I say, hey, can you give me some of my water? So here's the stuff for it. And she's like, why, Joe, what's up? I said, they're ignoring me. Like literally, they look to see who's right there, which is me. And then they look away and they continue going on. And it's like, what? And the girl's like, oh no. And she's very vocal too. She, oh no, that's not gonna happen, Joe. And then, you know, they end up taking my order. Well, the owner's daughter, she goes, Joe, I need to talk to you. I was like, oh, like I thought I was going to the principal's office. And so we go to the back, you know, where they have all the beverages or whatever. And she's like, Joe, you know, the girls, they don't like you. This not. I said, why? What happened? She goes, what you said the last time. I said, a month and a half ago? I said, man, y'all have good memories. And you see, Joe, that's what I'm talking about. Like, it was those comments. I was like, really? So all in all, it was like, all right, fine. I won't say nothing. And then later on, like literally like 5 minutes later, she ended up snagging my phone and throwing it and breaking it. So that is all for crypto talk. That is all for a pillow talk. That is all for me talking on my phone. Well, because I don't have a phone anymore. But I need to pick one up. I'm debating, should I pick one up? I do need a new one. But, or just use these that I have already. I don't know. Anyway, that's it for me, guys. I do thank you very much. Today was eventful. All right, that's all I got. I do thank you guys so very much. See, now, I was gonna say the awkward looking down, but, well, there's no camera. 3, 2, 1. Thank you guys so much. My name is Joe, this is TradeIntuition, reminding you to always have at least 2 phones and always having a backup for your Google authentication codes. I do thank you guys. Be careful, be safe, be aware, and don't say, woman, men are talking, unless you want to get repercussions. All right, guys, take care. We'll talk to you soon. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Whoa. My favorite part of the show. Figure it out.
got a life, no time for this fight. Seems like you're out of loop, maybe quit YouTube.
Quit YouTube?
Talking still in all your secrets, sounding like a little girl, pushing 50, still ain't crypto rich.
Little girl pushing 50,
just face it.
not crypto rich.
Just face it. It was shitty trader. Just face it. It was shitty trader.
But that's not nice. That's not nice at all. I'm a poopy trader. All right, guys. Thank you so much. DJ, play some music. Now that is funny. Sam says, hard to throw a phone with those oven mitts. Woman? Oh, I don't want to get banned. Love you guys.